the MIDI Arpeggiator tool, which I really enjoy using, and I want to go a little bit deeper than last time. So hopefully this will inspire you to come up with some interesting music. So I'm going to be using a MIDI software instrument, creating it, and I'm just going to load the standard electric piano, nothing special. I've got my library opened up. Shortcut is Y. I've also got the inspector opened up. Shortcut for that is I, and to get into MIDI effects I need the inspector up. And right above the electric piano software instrument is MIDI effects. I'm going to click on there and go to Arpeggiator. Now what Arpeggiator will do is it will arpeggiate any notes I play. So let me turn it off and load up the on-screen keyboard, Command K. So if I play a note, you're just going to hear that one note get played. If I turn the arpeggiator on, it will repeat that note at a rate of 1/16, so 16 of those per bar. Now where it comes into its own is when you play chords. For example, I'm just holding that chord down, but the arpeggiator is playing each note in the chord one by one. And that's what an arpeggio is chord, but played, it's broken chords. So each of the note of the chord played in sequence rather than together. So that's the basics. And I'm going to be using the on-screen keyboard to play. And I'm going to just show you some of the techniques. So first off, if I just play now, it will arpeggiate. At the top here, I can click and drag, and this will give me what input I'm putting into the arpeggiator. So I'm just going to hold down a chord, and we can see this is my input. But if I do the same but click and drag from the bottom, it will give me what the arpeggiator is doing with the notes. And we can see it's just there, and we can see it's arpeggiated my notes. Instead of a block, it's one followed by the next, followed by the next note. Now I want to go into more detail here. So this is the live view, but I can go into grid view where I can draw in the 16th notes and at what timings they'll be played. So now if I hold a note down, the higher the bar, the more velocity, the more volume that note has. And if I click on the chord symbol here, it will play a chord in those at that rhythm, at that timing. The live view is really good though, and you can choose the direction that it will arpeggiate. So from the lowest note to the highest note, reverse order, going up then coming back down. Starting from the lowest note and the highest note and then going inwards. Completely random. Manual. And then you can add some variations to this and picking your octave range. So at the moment it's doing it within the octave that I'm playing. However, if I select 2, it will now use 2 octaves. 3 octaves. 4 octaves. And we've hit the end of the instrument, so there's no more. To go a little bit further, we can go into the options section where we can set up our note length. So at the moment, each note is 90% of a 16th note. Let me just reset that back to 1 octave. And I can reduce that to have it more staccato. I can also add an element of random in there, so some of the notes will be longer than others. Change the velocity, so at the moment all of them are 100%, but I can choose to have them at different velocities. I can also swing my notes. You have the keyboard, where you can choose which key and which scale you're playing in. So it will make sure that it'll only arpeggiate within the key and scale that you want to work with. And then finally we have controller. where you can set up your MIDI controller to affect things like the modulation wheel, the breadth, and those elements. So you can just choose which element you want to use and what you want it to address. For example, in this situation, I'm going to use the modulation wheel on my keyboard to target the note length. So on my MIDI controller here, I'm going to select modulation wheel, and then here are the things that it can target. I can do the note length. So now as I change the modulation wheel settings, my note length will also change. So here's my chord. And now my notes are shorter, so I can use that now in real time while I'm playing. If I go over to options, we can see that change. Definitely worth checking out all the presets that the team at Logic have already put together. There's some really cool ones on there. Have fun with it. It's an incredibly easy way to make music sound a bit more interesting, especially if you don't have a lot of music playing skills or keyboard skills. Good luck.